Wendy, how are you today?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So I first wanted to show you the card that you filled in so you remembered why I was here today. So does this look like your handwriting? Do you remember filling this in?
Oh, yep, that's my handwriting.
Awesome.
It's pretty messy.
Right. So this is my card. My badge here says I'm with Senior Life, so you know who I am. This is my license with the state of Massachusetts, so you know that I am a licensed agent in the state.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I just like to everyone to be comfortable when I first sit down. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over a couple questions just to see what it is that you do qualify for benefits. Then I'm going to go over the information on how the program works, what makes us different from other companies out there, and we'll go from there. So just ask me any questions you have along the way.
Okay.
Okay? So I have Wendy Casey as your name. Do you have a middle initial?
A.
Okay. And you are 62 years old?
Yes.
And your date of birth as of yesterday was 10/3/61, so I'm assuming that did not change from yesterday?
Nope.
Awesome. And the phone number I called you on, the 978-423-7912, is that still the correct phone number?
Yep, that's my cell number.
And is that the best way to reach you?
It's my only number.
Only number. I guess that's the best way then.
Yes.
Only number. And are you a morning person or an afternoon person?
Afternoon.
Oh, me too. I hate mornings. And Wendy, are you a smoker?
No.
Okay. Have you been at all in the last 10 years?
No.
Okay. And so, no, none in the last 10 years. And how tall are you?
I am 5'2".
5'2". And what do you weigh on a good day?
About 135.
135. My dream weight. Someday I'll get there. All right. And have you been hospitalized 2 or more times in the past 10 years for anything serious?
I did go in I had something wrong with my ankle. I sprained it, so I went in maybe about a year ago.
Okay. Just one time?
Yep.
And nothing else major for hospitalizations?
No. I wasn't there overnight. I just had gone in for
so it was just for the day. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you currently have any serious heart, lung, kidney, circulatory, or liver problems?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with cancer or had a stroke?
No.
Okay. Any breathing problems? COPD, emphysema, asthma?
No, thank God.
Goodness. We're good. Any mental disorders that have been diagnosed?
No.
Okay. Any disorders of your brain or the nervous system?
No.
Okay. Any transplants or chronic illnesses?
No.
Okay. Nothing terminal, nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Any alcohol or drug abuse?
I like my wine, but no.
We all drink some wine. It's all right. And have you been arrested for any reason in the last 5 years?
No.
Perfect.
Thank goodness.
All right, Wendy. Do you know the medications you take every day?
Oof. Actually, I think I have in my.
You have the
in
list?
my big bag. I don't have a list.
Okay.
I think I have.
Oh, you got the bottles.
The
Even
bottles
better.
right here.
Perfect. So
I
let me
never
just
know.
write these down. Oh, I take this one too. The anti-nausea one.
Yeah.
Great medication to have.
Yes. Sometimes I don't feel well, so I take that.
Okay, and then we just have this one for anxiety.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was
Lorazepam?
prescribed for something else. I didn't think it was for anxiety.
Okay. What do you think they prescribed it to you for?
I think this one. Ugh, I never can remember these. I think this one was for my epilepsy.
Okay, so you are epileptic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Epilepsy. And have you had any seizures in the last 10 years?
No.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, and are you on Social Security or disability?
Social Security.
Great. And what day of the month do they pay you?
That's the 3rd.
The 3rd. And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, those 2 medications you just showed me, those are the only 2 you take?
I think I might have one more at home. Because I think I take 3, but I don't have it on me and I don't know the name of it.
Okay, do you know what it's for?
That one is, you know what? It's Topamax.
Okay. And that one's for seizures?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And that's it.
And that's it. And in the last 5 years, have you been prescribed anything else that you don't take anymore?
Nope.
Okay, wonderful. And your Social Security in the 3rd, does that go right into your checking, your savings, or one of those little Direct Express cards?
Checking.
Awesome. We're flying through this. All right. And do you have any existing life insurance right now?
No.
Okay. And have you ever in the past?
I have not.
Okay.
I've thought about it.
But
I've been procrastinating.
Hey, don't we all? That's life. Okay. And have you ever had to plan a funeral for anyone else?
So my husband 3 years back, actually passed away.
Oh, I'm
and
so sorry.
thank you. I had to plan his funeral.
Okay, and did he have life insurance in place?
No.
Ugh. Do you remember how much it cost you?
It was about 14,500
Okay.
in that area.
Give or take?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, prices just keep going up every year. It's kind of crazy, funeral homes. And I'm sure that was hard for you to have to go in and plan everything. And did he have anything planned in advance, even though he didn't have the insurance?
Nothing.
Okay, no plans. All right. And he was buried?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you know if you want to be buried or cremated?
I want to be buried as well.
Okay. And when he was buried, did you get a plot as well, and a stone or a companion stone?
We couldn't afford it, so we spent all of our money on that, and figured we'd get to meet at some point.
Okay. All right. And do you have any children?
Yep, I have 2.
Okay. And how old are they?
One is 19.
Yep.
And the other one is 21.
Oof. Ages. Are they girls or boys?
Both boys.
Both boys. I guess you luck out on that. I have 10 and 14-year-old girls, and they drive me crazy. And what is the 19-year-old's name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. And the 21-year-old?
Patrick.
Patrick. Good Irish names. All right. And do you have any grandbabies yet?
No.
I know you're super young, but I was just making sure. You never know.
Don't rush it.
I will not. Okay. And who do you trust enough to leave in charge of all this?
Oof.
And it can be more than one person if you want.
That's a tough one. Yeah, can you... I couldn't pick. I mean,
do you want to do like 50-50 both kids?
Yeah, I was going to ask something like that. Can you do both of them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you looking to leave some money behind for them, or just enough to cover your services?
I'm on a fixed income, so I don't know, but I would want to do that.
Possible.
If possible, I would love to leave them both a little money.
Okay, perfect. So at this point here, it does tell you stop here and review legacy benefits, and that's what I'm going to do now. So what I'm going to do now is go over the information on the benefits with you. So the program is called Legacy. Okay. What Legacy is a funeral planning and family protection program that's going to get you locked in wholesale prices on high quality merchandise and negotiations on the services. Okay? So I'm going to go through all of this with you. Just so you know when we're going through it, this covers you and 4 additional family members. So Sebastian and Patrick would both be covered on this program as well. Plus you can choose 2 others. If you have siblings or nieces and nephews that you want to cover, they could be on here as well.
Okay.
So an average burial, as you know from having to go through this with your husband, is around $15,000 right now. Okay? Yeah. The caskets run about $4,500 to $6,000. Ours are locked in at $2,000 for life. So even if the price of the casket goes up to 7, 8, 10, 20 in the future, yours are always going to be locked in at $2,000. And that's for your lifetime and your children's lifetime. Okay? The burial vault, which goes in the ground around the casket, it's mandatory in Massachusetts. They're normally $1,500 to $2,000. Ours are locked in at $750. And our headstones are as low as $850, including the engraving. So all in all, you can get everything, all your merchandise for under $4,000, when normally just the casket will cost more than that. Okay?
Wow.
And if anyone in your family does want to be cremated, the urns are $99 instead of $350 to $500. Okay?
Yep.
Any questions on this part?
No.
Okay, awesome. So the WISH team is the second part of this. It stands for Where Individuals Seek Help. It is a group of expert price negotiators who are going to work with your family, basically as a liaison between the funeral home and your family, to make sure that no one gets taken advantage of financially, emotionally, or otherwise. Okay? So these are some real examples of clients that have used Legacy. And I'm just going to use member A across the board because it's just easiest to stick to one person, okay?
Okay.
So member A passed away. The funeral home quoted them $6,000 for the casket. We got it for $1,500, saved them $4,500. The same family, $1,895 is what they were quoted for the burial vault. We got it for $750, saved them $1,145. So almost $6,000 just on merchandise they've already saved.
Wow.
Yeah. On top of that now is the WISH team savings. So the funeral home quoted $12,000 for the services. Services are the funeral service, the wake, the embalming, the cosmetology, copies of the death certificate, the transportation of the body, I think I already said that one, just so on and so forth, all the actual services that take place at the funeral home. We got it for $4,995 and saved them another $7,000. So this one family saved almost $13,000 off the funeral that instead of going into the funeral home's bank account, it's going into your kid's bank account. And that's peace of mind, knowing that that's happening. Do you have any questions on any of this part?
No.
Awesome.
No.
So the third part, and I love to mention this, we have some living benefits that come with this as well. So these are things that we've had for years, before COVID, before anything else. We've always had a telehealth plan. What this is, and I'm sure you've heard of it at your doctor's office, it's 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, 365 days a year, access to work with a real doctor. So if you have health questions, if you need refills on prescriptions, minor diagnoses, you can call this line if you're on vacation, if it's a holiday, if your office is closed, so you can talk to a real doctor and get the help you need.
Okay.
We also give you a final wishes planner. This can be done 3 different ways. There's one you can do in writing, one you can do online, or you can do it over the phone with the legacy team once you get your membership kit in the mail, okay? This makes sure that, Patrick and Sebastian don't have to worry about anything, because you've already put all your wishes in writing to make sure that they're protected, okay? And then we have some savings that you're entitled to as well. 15% off all products through PDORS, which is orthopedic and diabetic supplies. You get an annual hearing exam at no cost to you, and a huge discount off hearing aids. Do you know how much an average hearing aid costs?
I think it's expensive, but I wouldn't even know
I
where to
almost
begin.
passed out when
price.
someone told me they paid $4,500 an ear, and I guess that's the
Oh
average
my
cost.
goodness.
So I know you're healthy and young now, but if God forbid you ever need stuff in the
Wow.
future, just know that you have these benefits
Wow.
through Legacy. Okay?
Wow.
Do you have any questions on any more of this?
No, I think I'm good. The one thing with this part,
Mm-hmm.
with filling out, planning it,
Absolutely.
if can they do it afterwards if they want? Like, could the kids plan and decide things, afterwards, or do we have to fill out all of that and set it up, like all the planning on the website, or I think you said the booklet or
Absolutely.
whatnot
So they can do,
before?
if you are not comfortable with planning it in advance, and the only reason people do that is so their kids don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's a hard day. It's gonna be the worst day of their life when they lose
Yeah.
their mother. The last thing they want to try to do is, what would she have wanted? Would she want to be buried? Would she want to be cremated?
Yeah,
So
that
that's
makes
why
sense.
you want to do the wishes. But if you're not comfortable with it, they can absolutely do that at the time of your death.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you could do that at any time,
Yes.
next year or something.
Yep. So you'll get a membership kit
this
in
is-
the mail.
Okay.
And don't even worry
that makes
about it.
sense.
You'll get a membership kit in the mail. Looks like this.
Okay.
And inside will be your membership card.
Okay.
It will have the 800 number on it, your membership ID, your name, and it will go through all the benefits as well, so you'll remember everything that we went over. It also gives you some options on caskets that you can choose, on urns if you were going to be cremated, on the burial vaults, the headstones, so on and so forth.
Oh.
So it gives you a little bit of a brief discovery in here, but then you can also go on their website and see there's actually hundreds you can
so
choose
you can
between.
choose
Absolutely.
more than just one or two
Yep,
that I saw.
and it's
on
also
there.
any funeral home of your choice. So it doesn't have to be one specifically through us. You choose any funeral home,
I was gonna ask that.
Yep.
Okay.
and by law they have to accept either an outside casket being delivered to them or match the prices.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So let me ask you this: if it meant protecting, Patrick and Sebastian, you had the peace of mind of knowing everything was planned in advance, funded in advance, and they had nothing to worry about, what would be a comfortable monthly payment for you?
Well, as you know, I mentioned earlier, and I need something, but
Right.
I'm on a fixed income.
As all my clients are.
Um,
So you just give me an idea. What do you think is comfortable for you, and I'll kind of find you the best coverage I can for around that price.
maybe, maybe $85.
Okay. Perfect. So just give me a second. I was trying to fit some stuff in, so I didn't have to
Okay.
leave you sitting there without
Okay,
talking for a little
yeah.
while. All right.
Yeah, I
let me
want to
get-
see like some options or
Yeah.
something. 'Cause I don't know.
So 85 is a good starting number.
Okay.
And what I can do from there is I can just go through and see what else we can do for you.
Okay.
We'll see what the best we can do.
Okay.
So obviously I know you're not currently hospitalized or in a nursing facility,
No.
and we already went through those health questions. And I know you have not been hospitalized 2 or more times in the past 10 years, you said.
No.
Okay. And you've never been diagnosed with cancer or had a stroke.
No.
And you don't use tobacco, and you haven't in the last 10 years.
No.
Okay, and your height was 5'2". I hate technology. I may be young, but I don't like technology. Give me
It's
one
never been
second.
my friend.
No, mine either. I liked when everything was done on paper. All right. So the medications, let me just add these in. We're on Danastrong. I always say it wrong, even though I'm on it. So that's for nausea. Oh, it just said it can also be used for acid reflux. I never knew that before.
Oh.
Lorazepam. Okay, so I'm going to put that one in. You said anxiety, but you think it was something else. The only options that come up are actually anxiety or antidepressant. So we'll put that one in as anxiety. And then even though you don't take the Topamax anymore, it's going to come up when we do the prescription check. So I'm just going to put it in. And you said you had no occurrence of seizures in the last 10 years.
Yes, I have.
Okay, wonderful. All right, great. So it looks like you qualify for our super preferred product, which is great. It's like one of the best products that we have.
That's hopefully good.
It is. So let's look at that budget of yours and we'll see what we can do. So it's funny, actually, they came up with options that are right around your budget. So let's see, $85 a month. Just give me 1 second just to do the numbers.
Okay.
I'll write it all out for you, and then you and I will go through them together. We'll kind of see what we can do for you. If it sounds like something that makes sense, it's good because you're young and you got this when you were still mostly healthy and we don't have to worry about anything. So it's good to do this when you're, the youngest you can possibly do it, to be honest. I have people that wait until they're in their 80s and then they wonder why it's so expensive, but they're on 42 medications and they waited until... Oh, yeah. So we want to make sure that we get you the most coverage possible at a price that's comfortable for you. And the highest we even go is $30,000, and you do qualify for that. So I'm just going to show it to you. It will leave a bunch of money behind for the kids. They'd be protected.
That's what I want.
I know it's what you really want. So, what I'm going to do now is just show you the options that I have available for you. So these are just 3. Again, I can go in between. Well, I usually say I can go above, but you already qualify for the highest, so I can't do that. But let's go through good, better, and best options, okay? So the first one was right around your $85. You get $22,000 if you die of natural causes, $44,000 if you die of an accident, for $85.06 a month. And I forgot to mention, these policies are all whole life. The payment never goes up. The coverage never goes down. They all include accidental and the legacy benefits that we discussed. So that's the locked-in wholesale pricing on the merchandise, the negotiation team, and the living benefits for you and 4 additional family members. Okay? So the next option up would be, it goes up $3,000, $25,000 if you die of natural causes, $50,000 if it's an accident, for $95.69 per month. So it's about $10 more. And then the very best we can do here, $30,000 if you die of natural causes, $60,000 if it's an accident, for $113.42. So that would leave the kids a bunch of money. Make sure everything's planned and covered, and you'd have nothing to ever worry about again. So you just let me know which one of those works best for you.
So, so this is only, this is only about $20 more?
Yeah, about 25, yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Forgive me for my math, but yeah, so 25. So about $25 more. I'm gonna get the full
You get $8,000
max benefit, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get about $30,000 and $60,000 would pay out pretty much
if you die of an
in
accident.
an accident,
Yes.
and that would be the 113.
Correct. And that's literally the best option we even have here, and you
It's
qualify
only
for it.
$25 more than what I kind of even
Right.
saying. You know what? Let's do this one. Let's do this one, and then
Okay.
let's
Awesome.
do that one.
Perfect. All right. So, who do you want to list as the 4 family members? I'm assuming your 2 boys are going to be listed to get those
Yes.
same benefits.
Yes.
Okay. Do they both have the same last name as you?
Yes.
Okay, Sebastian and Patrick. And you can list 2 other people. It could be siblings, nieces and nephews, parents, anyone else that you want to get those same discounts for the legacy program. Do you have anyone else that you want to list?
I'll list my sister,
And what's her name?
Christine.
Okay. Anyone?
Same last name.
Okay. Anyone else?
And that's well,
You
do
don't
I
have
have to?
No, absolutely not. So you'll always have these 4 spots. So you can add somebody later once you get your membership kit in the mail. And God forbid any of these people passed away, you can replace it with somebody else.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to wait till later for that one?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, I just want to do those 3.
Absolutely.
So okay.
All right. And Wendy, what was your mother's or is your mother's maiden name?
Gagliardi.
And how you spell that?
G-A-G.
Yep.
L-I-A-R-D-I.
Perfect. And Wendy, what is your social security number?
It is 014.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
Okay.
I feel bad, but what do you need that for? Do I have to?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. I should
As I started to say it.
It's okay. So your mother's maiden name and your social are used for a couple of things. Number one, if you ever call the home office and you have questions on your policy, those are the 2 things they're going to verify with you. Are the last 4 digits of your social and your mother's maiden name. Also, when you pass away, that's how they verify on the death certificate that it was really you that passed. So it just makes it easier for your family to collect the benefit at, when you, God forbid, pass away.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. It's 014.
Yep.
64.
Yep.
4497.
Okay. And the address is exactly what we had here. It is 9 Johnson Street. We're still obviously there because we're sitting in the building. Okay, and that is in, let's see. I'm telling you, technology is killing me these days. Just bear with me. And literally, if you have any questions while I'm doing this, I'm a really good multitasker, so don't even worry about me. I may suck at technology, but I can at least talk to you. So 978-423.
I was actually just looking at your nails. They're so pretty.
Oh, I got it done for St. Patrick's Day. I thought it was all special. Wendy,
Nice.
do you have an email address?
M.
Yep.
CASEY.
Yep.
1234.
Yep.
At yahoo.com.
All right, perfect. And we have your mother's maiden name. Let me just put that in here. Flying through this. I told you, you're my favorite customer of the day. All right, we got your beneficiaries' names. We're doing 50-50 with the boys.
Yes.
This is easy. I can't imagine having 2 boys. 2 girls is crazy, so I don't even know what 2 boys would be like.
Yep, they're a handful.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay, and if anything, God forbid, happened to them, do you have somebody that happened to both of them? Do you have somebody you'd want to leave in 3rd place, or do you want to just leave it to your estate?
Yeah, just them. So the
Okay.
estate, I guess.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Done. And neither of them are juniors?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm wondering why I wasn't checking that off. I'm having issues here. It's so weird. There we go. Son. I was missing things and I do this every day.
It happens.
Right. So we're just going to do your estate as 2nd place. And you said you had no other life insurance.
Nope.
Okay. So let's add those legacy household members. And I do want to tell you, I actually ran out of referral forms, but I want to tell you, we do offer a benefit. If you know anyone else that you think would benefit from a policy like this to get locked in prices, protect their family, we do offer you a $25 gift card for every person that you refer that takes a policy.
Oh.
Plus, the legacy plan gives the first 4 people a $25 store credit. So it's another $100 off your casket and everything else. So do you know a couple of people that you think could use a plan like this?
I did have a neighbor that I was talking to about this.
Okay.
I mentioned that I had you coming over today. And then I might have a cousin that I know
Okay.
doesn't have any coverage that could really use something like this.
Okay.
And then I don't know, other than that I could.
So 2 that you definitely know of.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
I'll put you in for 2 referrals right away, and then we'll go
Okay.
through the rest later on.
Okay.
And let's see. So let me add the boys and your sister to your legacy plan. It's always good to think of other people because you'd be shocked how many people don't plan in advance, and it's really sad
I'm
because
sure.
they think they have a plan through work, or they think it's going to last forever, or they're in a term policy like we talked about before, and then something happens and it ran out and they have nothing for their families. It's just sad. So we want to make sure your kids do not have to worry about that, or your sister.
Makes sense.
And again, you can add that 4th person later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we went through all the health questions already, but I do have to just read them verbatim to you so
Okay.
you actually can make sure we didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Okay? So are you currently hospitalized, confirmed to a nursing facility, receiving hospice care, unable to care for yourself, terminally ill or incarcerated? Have you been hospitalized 2 or more times in the past 5 years, or do you expect to be admitted to a hospital or nursing facility?
No.
Perfect. Have you tested positive for exposure to HIV? Have you been diagnosed as having ARC or AIDS caused by the HIV virus? Or have you been diagnosed as having any other sickness or condition derived from such infection?
No.
Perfect. In the past 6 months, have you experienced any unexplained weight loss or weight gain? I always wish I had an unexplained weight loss.
No.
Okay. And in the past 5 years, have you ever used any form of tobacco or nicotine, or had a blood pressure reading over 135/85?
No.
Perfect. And in the past 10 years, have you been advised or recommended to have any tests, surgeries, or hospitalizations which have not been received or completed? Or in the past 10 years, have you been advised to take medications and you have not been compliant?
No.
Perfect. Good girl. And in the past 10 years, have you been treated for, received medical advice, or prescribed medication for, or been diagnosed with uncontrolled diabetes, including complications from such, uncontrolled high blood pressure, stroke, paralysis, cancer, any heart, organ, or lung disease, including COPD or emphysema, mental disorders, disorders of the brain or nervous system, or any impairment, disorder, disease, transplant, or chronic illness. That is a mouthful.
I was just gonna say that's a lot. No.
Because you already said no to most of those. I was just making sure.
Yep,
Okay.
no.
And then the last question. Have you used any illegal drugs, been treated for drug or alcohol abuse, been advised by a physician to reduce alcohol consumption, or been noted to excessively consume alcohol, or been arrested for any reason?
No.
Awesome. You made it through.
Yay.
Okay. And name of your primary care doctor.
That would be Dr. Kong, Kong.
And what town are you in?
Burlington.
Burlington. Okay, fix that. Just automatically carries over your hometown, so just making sure.
Oh.
And again, let's go through the meds. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything. So we have the lorazepam, the ondansetron, and the Topamax. That's the only ones you can think of. Nothing else has been prescribed to you over the last 5 years. Perfect. All right, let's do it. All right. And you're paying out of the same bank account that your Social Security goes into every month?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So if you could just grab me a check or the bank statement or anything that you have the account number on, that would be awesome.
Okay. My purse again.
Sure.
This thing has everything.
I'm sure it does. That's how mine is too. I carry one that's the size of a suitcase.
Oh, right here. Let's see. And here.
Oh, okay. So it's Citizens Bank.
Yep.
Now, this is not your actual account number. I know this is crazy, but the number they put on the card itself is just a random card number. So do you have a check? Did you keep a checkbook still?
Oh, I thought that was it.
It's actually not. It's a totally different number.
Oh.
I can look up the routing number, but if you have a check, I can get the account number for you.
I might have something right in here. Let me.
And we're going to do it on the 3rd of each month, right?
Let me see what this is. I think this is. Yeah, I have a check right here.
Oh, awesome.
So who do I need a pen though.
Oh, here. Yep. So you're just going to make the check out to Senior Life.
And what was the question? Did you say?
Oh, I asked if on the 3rd of every month. 'Cause that's when you told me that your payments, today's the 2nd, so it'll be tomorrow, will be your 1st.
Yes, the 3rd's fine.
Awesome. And every day, every month on the same date.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, you
So
just
you
get
said
that
make it
for
out
the-
to Senior Life?
Yep.
And that was.
I'll just grab that as soon as you're
let me
done.
sign that right here. And today's date?
No, you're gonna date it for tomorrow because you want the first payment to come out on the 3rd, so April 3rd.
Oh, that would make sense. April 3rd, 2022.
You
Is
got it.
that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just
Okay.
going to add in the information into my system.
Okay.
Account number. Just bear with me one moment. Oh, routing number is invalid. That's awesome. Bank of America. Okay, so let me just look it up. Do I have my phone on me?
Here. I think that's because it's an old.
Yeah, this is an old routing number,
Might
so
be
I
the one-
need,
I
hold
can
on one
give you
second. I
my-
can look it up. It's fine.
This one.
It's fine. I can
My
actually
other
just,
one.
let me just save on this screen, and then I can go and just look up the routing number online. Just give me 1 second. This happens sometimes when they're older checks. Sometimes it has older routing numbers on them. Ah. See, these things happen. If I could use my pen again, if you would not mind. Let's hope we're right this time. All right, just bear with me. So, routing number is 011. This makes way more sense. The number on the bottom of the check didn't even make sense. It's like I've never even seen one that looks like that before. Yeah, perfect. All right. So that is all set. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you sign the application, A, saying that you didn't lie about anything.
Okay.
And then the second part, oh, 1 second, it says the account's not verified. So when it says unable to verify account and you get this error, you can do one of two things. If you're getting a physical check and you have the routing and account number, you can verify that you put it in correctly. If you know you're correct, you can hit continue. If you want to make sure again, hit return to payor section, go back into bank service plan, and verify the account information that it is correct, verified against the check, and hit next. In this situation, we know it's correct. So I can still hit next even though it says the red X's. And I'm going to continue. At this point, it's telling you can't make any more changes. So if I'm sure I'm complete, I'm going to hit yes. And then I'm going to have my client sign. So by checking this box, you confirm that the information being submitted is accurate and true, and you accept the terms and conditions. So you're just going to sign anywhere across this white box. All right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I got one more for you. So this next one, by checking this box and providing a signature, you confirm that the information being submitted is accurate and true, like we just said.
Okay.
You accept the terms and conditions, and you authorize the payment of $4 each month to come from the bank account designated in this application for legacy. So let me just quickly explain what that means before you sign this. So your total payment was that $100 a month. It's going to say $96 will say senior life, $4 will say legacy. It's still the same 100, but $4 goes to legacy, so your family knows that you have the coverage from both companies.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
So here you're just going to sign on the white box. It's a shaky little thing. I just got a new case and it doesn't even work for me. All right. And let me just say that I confirm everything I'm saying is correct. Okay. From here, you're going to just click the red boxes, and the signatures will automatically appear in the boxes if they want to work. So I'm just going to go through each page, and it's going to perform the prescription check. So any other medications that you take that we did not go over at the beginning are going to show up here if there's anything that they prescribed and you never took, or something stupid like a vaccine, or like something that you wouldn't think of as a daily medication might pop up. Okay, so it actually is approved. So it says prescription approved. We got a check mark, so that's everything that she takes. Okay, so moving on, we're just going to put a couple more signatures in the boxes, and then we'll be good to go. This is great. Congratulations. Most people don't qualify for super preferred.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So what will happen after this, once I'm done with all this, once we submit everything, you're going to get two things in the mail. One is going to be your policy from Senior Life, which will explain the amount of coverage, the accidental, all of that.
Okay.
The second will be your membership kit, like I showed you from Legacy. Okay? If you have any questions, if you don't get them in the next 10, 15 days, it usually doesn't even take that long, you can call me. I'm going to give you my card. Maybe 100 of them. I already gave you one. I'm going to leave one in your folder. I'm going to write my number everywhere.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll probably need that.
Perfect. So let me ask you one last thing. So with Patrick and Sebastian being members of Legacy, they do get a discount if you want insurance on them as well. Is that something you can afford to do right now to get policies on them for themselves too? Or do you want to hold off on that? They'll still qualify for the discounts in the future.
They'd still qualify for the discounts?
Yes.
Yeah, because I want to see how this works with my budget and talk to them. Maybe they can maybe pay for it, or we can maybe figure out some type of plan. Or
okay. I know you had said you want a fixed income. That's why I wanted to check with you.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any other questions for me?
No. So that's all going to come to me in the mail.
Yes, I'm going to leave you a folder right now.
Trying to think about everything.
No worries. I know it's a lot of stuff.
So that's all coming to me in the mail.
I'm going to leave you a folder.
Okay.
Inside the folder is going to be, let's put your Legacy brochure back.
Yes.
So you have that with all the discounts and everything else. One of my cards is tucked in here. Okay. You already have another one.
Okay.
This is your senior care brochure. In here, I'm actually going to write down exactly the coverage that you just took, so you have that in your folder.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to write this out for you. Okay, so this just shows you that your total coverage is $30,000. If there's an accident, it does double to $60,000. And this is your coverage right here. If you ever take out other policies with us in the future, we'll just add it to this page so your kids know exactly where to find all your coverage.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this in the folder for you as well. And then let me just get the names since I ran out of those forms for referrals. You said you had two people that you wanted to take advantage of this benefit. So you said one was your neighbor. What was their name?
Jack.
And what's Jack's last name?
Christopher.
Okay. And do you happen to know Jack's phone number?
617 599 2376.
Okay, and then you said another one was a cousin, I believe?
Maria.
Maria. What's Maria's last name?
Just got married. What's her name? I know.
That's right. This happens to everybody.
You need your phone at all times.
Oh yeah.
Martinez.
Martinez. Okay. And what is Maria's phone number?
That one is 508.
Yep.
321.
Yep.
1132.
1132. Awesome. Now, is there any way we can try to get them on the phone now, just so you can introduce me and they'll know that I'm not a scam or anything like that, that it's someone that they know?
They're both working, but I will call them and tell them that you'll be calling to go over.
Perfect. What time do they both get out of work normally?
5.
5
They
p.m.
both work till 5. That's why I don't want to.
Just give them a buzz when they get out of work. I'll call them around like 7.
Perfect.
Okay.
And yes, I'll let them know or text them or something and let them know, because we were talking about this just in the last couple weeks.
Awesome.
I forget which one of them, but I just mentioned that I was meeting with you.
Oh, okay.
So, but either way, I'll let them know that you're calling.
Yep. And I'll give them a call tonight.
Perfect.
So I'm going to give you a couple extra cards just in case you think of anyone else. Have them right on here. Referred by Wendy Casey, so you get credit because you do get a $25 gift card for every person that takes a policy.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm at the point where my application is finished. It says I'm going to hit OK. It's going to ask about the existing family members, which I did present to the client. I'm going to put no. I'm not creating a policy for any of them, and then click finished, and then you're done.